Hi, today I'm going to talk about Vaastu. The Vaastu part of it is, now many people wanted to do the correct Vaastu. The problem is, let us take a house. The house has one family and the family has a different impact. And it is like they are having a childbirth, they are having a marriage, the work actually goes down. It's a cluster of effect, it is there. The other point of it is the Vaastu of another family who comes and stays there. So they have a different impact. Now, this the same house, but different families are having a different impact. So that is one of the biggest problem of the Vaastu. The second problem is, you take a same flat. The entrance is the same, the placement is the same, but each and every flat level, each and every person is having, each and every family is having a different impact. It's the same flat, 3 floors, and it has the same entrance across, and you can see it actually they are having a different kind of impact. Each floor, each person, depending on the composition of the family, depending on the age group, there are different impact which are being shown. The impact is not universal, the impact is not the same. The third level is, every house member has a different kind of impact into that house. Now, because every family members like the husband, wife, children are all different people, they are having a different kind of impact across. For example, it could be that the wife is having a problem with the career, the husband is having a very good time with regard to the career. The same house, 2 different people are having 2 different impact. The same thing is also there. One child is studying, another child is not studying. So, what is the problem? Same house, different family having different impact. Same house, different family members having different impact. The problem is the Vaastu principles has to be highly personalized. That is the main problem with the Vaastu thing. The main problem is it is like astrology, and astrology principles have to be integrated into a Vaastu reading. One has to take the chart and find out what are the directions which are positive, what are the directions which are negative for the people across. Now, a person can have the horoscope, he will have different placement of the planet, that planet will have different impact on the direction of the entire thing across. Now, for example, there was a guy who was doing work from home. He was having continuous problem in the work across. He asked me, I look like I'm having an heavy problem as far as my work is concerned. Now, he was sitting west facing. He was facing the west and he was sitting across. So I told him, for you, the Saturn is very weak in the horoscope. So it is better that you shift from the western direction to the northern direction, because from the Saturn, the 10th house is Jupiter, and this is very, very strong. And that he changed across. And there was a massive change in the way he interacted with the bosses, the way he interacted with the people across. Over a period of time, he told me the problem actually subsided down. Right from the day one, it started having a lot of difference into the entire thing across, and I was able to work peacefully and better across as a person. So that is the level of impact. There was a husband and wife who was having problem with the bedroom. The problem was the husband was staying in the right bedroom, the wife was not staying in the right bedroom. Their directions were very different, The wife had a very positive side towards the northwest, but she was having southwest as a problem across. The husband was having the southwest as a good thing, the northwest as a problem. But both of them had northeast, which was very, very good across as a person. So the point is, I told them to shift the bedroom towards the northeast, which will be very, very helpful for them as a person. Now, the entire problem, the entire complexity changed and the dynamics changed and things started doing better across. So, the principle of opposite works here. For one person, the direction will be very good. For another person, the direction need not be very good. So now this has to be analyzed from the horoscope and it cannot be taken as a general principle across. This is the main problem with the Vastu reading across. This is generally telling southeast is very good for the kitchen, northeast is very good for the Swami room. It is all a general principle. I have seen people having southeast bedroom doing very well in their life across, whereas they had the kitchen in the southeast. The people don't eat across. There is a problem with regard to that. And for example, a husband and wife, one has southeast weak, another one is the southeast strong. Assuming that the lady has the southeast which is very strong across. The husband southeast is weak, the wife southeast is supposed to be very strong. Now what happens is the wife cooks very well, really well across, but the husband is not able to stay in the house. He keeps traveling across in the house across. So therefore, you have to have an understanding of the Vastu principle where it is good for some people and where it is negative for some people. So it kind of balances out and they find it very difficult across. So that is why Vastu for some people, the house settles down perfectly well, whereas the house has a problem. For example, there was a lady who told me, after I came to this house, I started having problem with the house. I had a maidservant problem, then I put on a lot of weight, I started having problem with my uterus. The husband said, no, I don't have any problem across. It looks like I'm actually doing very well across and I do not have any major problem across. So that is the main issue that is there as a person. It can be conflicting for one person, it can be positive for another person. So the house direction has to be seen from the horoscope point of view, which will clearly help you to understand the principles of Vastu much better. There are for example, in one of the Vastu, the Brahmasthana is considered very important. For example, for some people, the sun is weak, so the Brahmasthana can be very weak. So actually talking in the center of the house can have a lot of problem for people across. So this can be basically be avoided by not doing things in the center of the house. So these kind of variation, Vastu is a highly personalized one. It is not a generalized one. So that is one of the main problems of Vastu across. Now, if you can generalize the Vastu principle, you will go wrong many times, and it has to be highly personalized as a principle, which will help you to have a better concept and a better dealing with the situation across a person. We have helped many people in Vastu. We have helped many people with having a complex problem. For example, there was a building in Kenya which was not taking off. We put the Muhurta Puja about it. Muhurta is such a valuable Vastu Puja correction across the directions which are weak can be made strong using the planetary position, the Muhurta position of it, which will help you to have a better time in the house. So the Vastu rectification consultation can be done using Feng Shui, using the Vastu principles and the principles of Muhurta across. So therefore, you have to use the Vastu principle along with the remedies, which will help you to have a very, very effective way of dealing with the things across. Thank you.